We've been told that there are extra jabs coming. How do we get them into arms?
Well, Danica, they're really bolstering the workforce here in Victoria by training up a whole range of medical professionals to help use and administer the COVID vaccine. Everyone from dentists to podiatrists, pharmacists, as well as midwives and students will be given that specialist training as of today. And the hope is that they'll be able to help out not only at state-run vaccination clinics, but also at GPs and at pharmacies. The hope is that this really does boost our vaccination capacity here in Victoria now that demand is significantly picking up, both for the Pfizer vaccine as well as AstraZeneca. We know more supply is coming to Victoria shortly from both Singapore as well as that new deal struck with the United Kingdom for Pfizer. But in terms of AstraZeneca, that decision yesterday to halve the amount of time between the first and the second dose has really seen demand pick up as well. We've had more than 12,000 AZ appointments booked yesterday, and about 3 in 4 of them were people under the age of 40.
Right now we're doing 230,000 or so vaccinations a week in our state clinics. We will then, with more supply coming available, we will step that up as much as necessary, using these additional workforces to sustain that, so we can get people vaccinated as quickly and as safely as possible.
It's also going to become a lot easier for our Year 12 students to book in for their vaccination. A dedicated hotline is being set up right now, and that will come online officially on Monday for this cohort to book their vaccinations. The hope is that all of those Year 12 students across Victoria will be able to have at least one dose of a COVID vaccine prior to their VCE exams in early October.
And Julia, the Premier, has painted a clearer picture of what life could look like when Victoria achieves its vaccination targets.
That's right. The Premier today flagging that more freedoms could be on the cards when Victoria is able to hit its first dose 70% vaccination target. The government right now considering whether they can allow more recreational activities, but it is a much brighter picture when you look down the track at the 70 to 80% second dose vaccination target. The government right now seriously considering how vaccination passports would work. They're thinking about setting up a number of pilot programs right now to ensure that that kind of system would operate smoothly. They're thinking about doing that in regional Victoria, given that regional Victoria could be out of lockdown as early as next week.
What will, I think, become a bigger part of our response is a lockout of many venues for those who are not vaccinated. Now that might seem a bit harsh, but I've said this before and I'll make the point again that I'm not going to lock the whole state down to protect people who won't protect themselves.
When we hit those targets down the track, they'll also be looking at home quarantine to not only bring back returning Victorians from overseas, but also those who are stranded in New South Wales at the moment. Also right now trying to come up with a back to school plan for term 4, and they're hoping that by looking at ventilation and also the possibility of rapid antigen testing, we could get students back into classrooms at that stage. Danica?
Julia, thank you.